Hello everybody, it's me, your good friend Sparky, and welcome back to Pikmin 2, in a way. This is going to be a series to sort of cap off my main playthrough series, where we are going to look through the different treasures and different enemies of Pikmin 2 in my newly completed Treasure Hoard Encyclopedia catalogs. Because, as said during the series, it was the first time I had ever actually gotten everything. So now, I can look through all of these extra notes and world-building pieces here. This is going to be divided up into a few different videos, and we're going to start things off with the Treasure Hoard and the Succulent series of treasures, which is an assortment of different fruits and fruit-like objects. Starting off with the Cupid's Grenade, valued at 20 Pokos with a weight of 3, meaning that it takes 3 Pikmin to carry it back to the either research pod or Hogotate ship, depending on if you're above ground or underground. We have, first of all, Olimar's notes on the item. What a perplexing plant. It appears to be carrying 2 different types of berries. They must be a rare species of fruit. Both have odd traits. One seems to be a suppressant, while the other is a stimulant. It's not easy to tell which is which. I'd better be careful with them. I should also warn Louis, or else he may try to bake these berries in a pie. It's odd because this seems to be more referring to the berries that you picked to make your sprays during the course of the game. But for some reason the notes are on a Cupid's Grenade, which is a cherry here. I'm not sure why. Maybe Olimar's confused, or maybe the berries you collect are a form of cherry on the Pikmin world. Who knows? But in addition to Olimar's notes on items, we also have the sales pitch from the Hogotate freight ship. Fate's tapestry has unraveled. Tomorrow weeps. Romance has fallen. Love is madness. To mend the rift between 2 cross lovers, this is the ultimate weapon in Cupid's arsenal. The Cupid's Grenade. If you say so. Next up, we have the Sunseed Berry, valued at 170 Pokos with a weight of 5. I found this fascinating fruit while exploring today. The skies cleared up, and I felt peaceful watching the pink flower petals flutter in the wind. During this perilous expedition, it seems strange to have such soft-hearted romantic thoughts. If I told my wife about this, I'm sure I'd get laughed at. Again. Poor Olimar. This fruit is born of bright sunlight and cheerful warmth. Come, all you gloomy naysayers. One bite and even sad sacks will become foolhardy optimists. Eat one today and change your life. The strawberry, a life-changing fruit it seems. But we also have the combustion berry, a much larger strawberry, valued at 190 Pokos with a weight of 12. I've collected all kinds of edible objects, but the ship's sensors can't judge taste. To make up for the ship's shortcomings, I'm making a special effort to try everything. A noble effort, Olimar. Everything is best in moderation. This fruit is a perfect example of too much of a good thing. Its devastating sweetness is like an act of violence on the palate, scouring all with succulence. Olimar, you might not want to eat too many of these ones, I think. Next up, we have the Seed of Greed, which I believe is actually a chestnut? Valued at 70 Pokos with a weight of 10. The Wistful Wilds is an especially vicious region. The creatures there have had to battle hard to survive this unforgiving landscape. That's probably why they've evolved such an ill temper. For instance, this plant's berries suck the nutrition from the surrounding flora. Interesting. This item's docile efficiency invokes images of wealth and greed. Behold life's essence. The Seed of Greed. Life's essence, apparently. Next up, we have the Disguised Delicacy, valued at 40 Pokos with a weight of 15. The fruit on this planet is astonishingly large. If we could cultivate these ample fruits on Hogotate, nobody would ever go hungry again. Sadly, I don't know anything about agriculture. Maybe I should have listened to my wife when she told me to do yard work. And thus you have the entire plot of Pikmin 3. Interesting how they could take this one note and turn it into an entire game. Fruits cannot be judged by their outer coverings, no matter how hairy. This one is quite yummy. It is times like these that make me wish I were equipped with advanced taste capabilities. The ship can never truly appreciate such a disguised delicacy. Next up, we have the insect condo, valued at 40 pokos with a weight of 15, which apparently is the same weight as half a kiwi, which is a bit odd, but okay. This sumptuous nugget may look delicious, but internal scans indicate a parasitic infestation. The ship can't stand to even look at these pests, let alone store them, but I had to put my foot down on this one. Awash in color and sugars, this item makes an ideal home for many insect species. I am sure this is valuable to the scientific community, but it has little value as a commodity. I guess this is a reference to the whole worms in apples thing, but they didn't really have to make it sound so gross, right? I love apples. Anyway. Lastly, in the succulent series, we have the citrus lump, valued at 180 pokos with a weight of 15. Also as heavy as an apple, apparently. This fruit was dug up from the floor of an icy cavern. It appears that the fruit's thick skin protected it from the frigid cold. It's quite remarkable. The shape of the fruit eerily resembles the president's head. P.S. The labyrinthian underground entrails of this planet are like a completely different world. Citrus lump, looking like the president's head. The thick, acidic rind of this item is proof positive of its highly elevated mental functions. When I assess it, I am somehow reminded of a particularly hateful superior. Hurry up and devour it. Yes. Devour your boss's head is the lesson that we're being taught here. Next up, we have the beginning of the Nature's Candy series, which is an assortment of different vegetables and mushrooms. Whoop. Wrong button. The Valley of Repose is blanketed with a layer of snow. Despite this, here and there, plants are sprouting up out of the snow. I don't know how much longer the snow will last. It seems like it's getting warmer each day. I wish our frosty financial predicament would warm up a bit. Delicious fried or baked, this is an invitation for your taste buds to the world of natural delights. As superior as I am, I must leave recipe recommendations to others. Machines are bad liars. It's a shoot of some kind. I'm not sure exactly what kind of shoot. I thought initially it was a bamboo shoot, but the anxious sprout is definitely more of a bamboo shoot, valued at 50 pokos with a weight of 15. I just realized I completely forgot to put something in my latest expedition report. When carrying fallen creatures or pellets, Pikmin will take them to the onion of the same color. If a mixed crew of Pikmin are carrying spoils, the color majority dictates the destination. Carry pellets to same-colored onions to maximize Pikmin seed production. You forget to mention, Olimar, how purple and white Pikmin will carry the pellets to a random colored onion, but you know. Also, not really details on the anxious sprout, honestly. A quick growing plant, good for garden hobbyist or for a snack. Use it however you see fit. Quick growing, just like how it will take over your Animal Crossing town if you left unattended. The anxious sprout. Next up, we have the Child of the Earth, valued at 40 pokos with a weight of 15. Today, buried in a deep hole, I found a vegetable I'd never seen before. This dark-dwelling vegetable stores all of its nutritious energy in its roots. The ship named it Child of the Earth, and I think it's fitting. This plant has grown fat on the blessings of the land. Its nutritional value is a must. Its nutritional value must be high. I almost thought that said it was a must-have for a second there, but nope, that's just my brain putting in words where they don't exist. The Child of the Earth. A potato. Very nice. I do love potatoes. Next up, we have the Love Nugget, valued at 40 pokos with a weight of 20. This tasty red snack isn't quite a fruit, but it doesn't seem like a vegetable either. I've analyzed it extensively, and it appears to be releasing stimulating pheromones. Maybe I should feed it to my wife. Oh my, Olimar. One bite and your heart will be filled with burning fever. Is this the feeling love or hallucination? Maybe it's not quite the, a tomato, as it appears to be, but the tobacco from that one episode of The Simpsons, which was the cross between a tomato and a tobacco plant, I think, and had addictive qualities. At least, that's my assumption. Next, we have the Infernal Vegetable, which I think is a treasure that I accidentally skipped over talking about when we found it in the main game. It's valued at 30 Pokos and with a weight of 12. It's a bell pepper. According to the ship's analysis, this gourd contains extremely bitter seeds. However, this analysis was done by a machine, so I'm not completely convinced. Normally I wouldn't mind trying it myself, but I haven't been feeling well since I ate that toxic berry. Or Olimar. A vegetable with spiciness beyond a description. None want to eat it, so it must be healthy. Nutrition-conscious people of today, numb your palate and eat. Maybe it's not quite a bell pepper, but it's definitely a variety of pepper. It looks like a bell pepper, but it looks to be a bit too skinny. Also, I think the people not wanting to eat it is in reference to, I think peppers are a type of food that Japanese children typically don't want to eat, akin to like an American child not wanting to eat their broccoli, things like that. It's the same sort of comparison, if I'm remembering correctly. Next, we have the anti-hiccup fungus, valued at 30 Pokos with a weight of 5. What a shocking taste. I suppose young people like Louie might find it tasty, but the flavor is too intense for me. One bite of this and the surprisingly earthy flavor will send your hiccups packing. Older individuals with a history of heart conditions should devour this with caution. Older individuals like Olimar, it seems. Anti-hiccup fungus. Only for getting rid of hiccups and nothing else, apparently. Next, we have the toxic toadstool, valued at 30 Pokos with a weight of 5. This dubious morsel doesn't look like it would be very agreeable with my innards. However, I bet Louie would try a bite. His appetite is insatiable, and he's always cooking up tasty meals. I'm glad that on this expedition, our ship's reactor can power our life support systems indefinitely. This will give us all the time we need to thoroughly examine all of the treasure we recover. I don't care if the president wants us to hurry. I've had enough of his hassling. I think I'll move more slowly to cause him indigestion. A bit of a devious streak in Olimar, it seems. This poisonous mushroom is so malicious I cannot even bear to look at it. This fatal fungus overflows with venom and is perilous indeed. Do not eat, apparently, is the lesson we're taking away here. Next up is the Grow Shroom, valued at 50 Pokos with a weight of 5. According to the ship's analysis, you'll grow into a giant if you eat one of these. I'd like to field test one of these babies. I wonder what would happen if I fed one to a purple Pikmin. You'd get a very large purple Pikmin. Eat one of these and grow twice your normal size, perfect for skinny beings unable to pack on any girth. Obviously a reference to the super mushroom in Super Mario. Though I guess that would make the toxic toadstool a reference to the poison mushroom. And last we have the onion replica, worth 30 Pokos with a weight of 20. This looks just like one of Hokotate's famous sweet onions. Come to think of it, I gave the onion its name because it looked just like a Hokotate onion. To avoid confusion, I'll call this vegetable an onion replica, even though it's also obviously an onion. This plant closely resembles the pride and joy of Hokotate. The comfort of its familiar form and the surprise of its unexpected taste mingle to form Veggie Harmony. Try it in some hot soup today. Delicious French onion soup, which also makes delicious French onion dip. Yup. Finishing off this this section of our treasure analysis, it's going to be the Xenoflora series, which is another variety of plant life and the like. First, we have the Science Project, valued at 20 Pokos with a weight of 1. I think I'll take this plant back to my boy as a souvenir of my grand expedition. It'll make a perfect topic for his science fair project. Well, he might have a problem with that considering the computers and ships trying to sell it. The perfect plant for extra credit research for a Hokotate Elementary pupil science fair. You can be the dad to rely on to help with homework as long as you possess this beauty. So I guess Olimar's gonna be the dad to rely on. Yeah, I like it. Next we have the Pilgrim Bulb, valued at 55 Pokos with a weight of 10. Grassy plains and meadows on this planet are carpeted with brilliantly colored flowers in bloom. When I entered the atmosphere on my descent from space, I was stunned by the vibrant sight. The other day, a group of white Pikmin under my command detected an object buried under the surface and immediately began to dig up this colossal flower bulb. Somehow, it hadn't yet sprouted into a towering flower. I plan to take it back to Hokotate and grow it there. My people will hail me as a botanical genius, and the mayor may even make me Supreme Flower Commander. A title worth respect. Life finds a way across galaxies. Can a plant from a primitive planet take root in Hokotate's soil? Won't you invest in this romantic pursuit? The Pilgrim Bulb. Very nice. Next up, we have the Arboreal Frippery, which many people like to compare to a pot leaf. But in reality, I think it's supposed to be a maple leaf of some kind. Valued at 10 Pokos with a weight of 10. A weight of 1, excuse me. The ship seems to think this leaf would be a smash hit amongst naturalist interior designers. I just think it looks and feels like a soft blanket. In the interest of scientific discovery, I'd better give it a test run. Perfect for those who love natural designs in their home, this leaf applique, I think, is a bargain. Use it in pieces or cover an entire wall in leafiness. Wonderful leafiness, apparently. Next we have the Conifer Spire. Whoops. Valued at 15 Pokos with a weight of 7. I've paid off all the company's debts, but I find myself returning to this planet yet again. This time I must find and rescue Louie. I've been scouring the wilderness we landed on. As I scour this region, I can't help but feel lonely for my faithful sidekick, even if he does eat all the ship's onboard snacks. Because of my loneliness, I've dubbed this rough region the Wistful Wild. Life is full, but short. Is this one of those short-lived life forms that changes shape as it ages? Even though it is dried out, it has not lost its unique charm. A pine cone. Yep. Unique charm. Next up, we have the Armored Nut, valued at 60 Pokos with a weight of 4. I've never tasted a nut quite like this. It's difficult to explain, but it tastes like sorrow. P.S. I can't shake the feeling that I've been here before. Aha, this must be the exact spot where I crash-landed last time. And indeed it was, because there was the definite markings of the impact site where we found the armored nut in the main game. This common ordinary nut somehow reminds me of myself and fills me with sadness. You're not really selling this one, Chip, honestly. Apparently this is a very sad nut, though. And lastly, for today, for this video at least, we have the Corpulent Nut, valued at 80 Pokos with a weight of 8. This rotund nut reminds me of the president's sizable girth. Just blunt and to the point with this one, it seems. This fellow has consumed more nutrients than necessary and now possesses superior fatness. In our harsh world, this is a lifestyle to envy. Yes, the Corpulent Nut. Buy it today to obtain superior fatness. Either way, that's going to call it for right now. Thank you very much for watching. This is your good friend Sparky signing off, and I'll see you next time as we continue our examination of the various treasures in Pikmin 2.